Don't work on anything else before you work on you. Let me explain. That's the title of today's video, because I'm going to shift it over to talk about progress. Because progress, if you're not making any progress, you're just going in circles. And I'm going to explain that too. What happened with me is I had real good work ethic. Growing up, it was just instilled into me. It's in my bloodline. It's in my, just the way I'm put together. Hard work is nothing that I had to turn into, or I'm going to start being a hard worker. I was talking with my son today. Is like, how young were you when you started helping grandpa, which is my dad? It's like 5. You know, weekends we cut the lawn, painting the fence, working on the kitchen, yard work during the week, leaves, cleaning the house, vacuuming. I mean, it was there. There was not an option. Smashing aluminum cans for recycling, sweeping the driveway. It was, then we started remodeling the house. It was there. So hard work is not an issue. Ever been an issue. And I think anybody who would find interest in the content that I make in my videos doesn't have an issue with hard work. But we have issue with making progress, with fulfilling that vision that we see, that I know that there's more. Why do I feel that there's more, and how do I get it? Okay, so you think, make sure the video was going along the lines of, someone made a comment on a live I was on earlier that said, you know, we're all going to get there because we're all working hard. It's just a matter of time. And I kind of threw in my sauce, my secret sauce, that was a big unlock for me, that my mentor taught me. I don't say early, like way back in my 20s, but like early, like maybe, 18 months ago, which, make sure you check for progress. I heard that from Wes Watson. That's one of my mentors. And checking for progress makes sure that you're making progress, which is why I realized that all of my life I was working hard, no problem there, which is why I started with that just a couple seconds ago. But if you don't check for progress, you'll end up finding out that you're going in circles for as long as you're hardworking and not checking for progress. And although, yeah, that circle may go from being small to being big, and then now you have this nice wide road. It's not a tiny road. So that wide road may seem like progress because you're doing things. Maybe you start a relationship and it's been going for a few years, so that's the road getting wider. But is that relationship making progress? Maybe you start a business and you've been going for a few years, and yeah, you're making way, you're making some money, you're getting some popularity, but is that just widening that path that you're going in circles, or are you truly making progress? Are you growing in all ways, not just maybe getting more money or keeping busy? Because you can have, maybe, for example, enough customers to keep you busy, and you go, and then the next year comes around and you got enough customers to keep you busy. Same with the relationships. You hang out in the evenings, you go on dates, you hang out in the evenings, you go on dates, you hang out in the evenings and you go on dates. The dates change. We go for dinner, we go to the movies, we go for walks in the park. But is the relationship growing? Is the business growing? Are you getting more customers? Are you making more money? Are you expanding in popularity? Are the compliments getting bigger and bigger and bigger? Are you bringing value to the customers? Are you bringing value to the relationship? Or are you just being needy and you're bringing hunger to the table? Well, I'm in business. What does it mean to be hungry? All I want is the money and the money and the more customers and the more money. I'm doing the same thing, but I just want the money and the customers. Same with the relationship. I want you to keep me company, to make me happy, to do things for me, to make me feel warm and fuzzy. Like, wait a minute, what are you bringing to the table? And that should be priority. That should be principle. That should be number one. And whatever comes from your value only is a reflection of your value. So the more value you bring, the more of that business you're going to grow, the more of that relationship that you're going to grow. So that's when you're not going in circles no more. But back to the circle thing, if you're just keeping busy, shit, you can have decades pass. That's what happened to your boy here. Decades passed, and I didn't know, but because I was keeping busy and just bringing hunger to the table, I wasn't making progress. I've talked about it here a bunch of times. I felt stuck. This was the ceiling. I'd start new business, get it going. Wow, I got it going quick. Wow, I got customers. Wow, I'm making money. Wow, I'm getting popular. I'm pretty popular. Bang, plateau. Wouldn't get past that. No matter how many hours, no days off, missing birthday parties, not taking my family anywhere, not spending time with my wife in our early newlywed years, because I'm supposedly building and creating something. And although I built it from scratch, from nothing, from zero, it didn't exist, not like I bought a kit, it's just nothing, a niche that wasn't touched on, but it grew a little bit. But I'm saying that was just the path that got wider. I started another business, started 3-4 business, same thing. I noticed that it would start, but it wasn't making progress. So which is why progress is key. It's not hard work, it's progress. Because a lot of hard workers can just work hard all their lives and then like, whoa, I worked hard all my life. That's great. Look behind you. How much did you build? Well, okay, you got some progress. Good for you. Now, if you're, man, I've been going at this for years and I'm still kind of the same, Same people are around me, just older. I still got the same bank account, not much bigger. I haven't gone any more places than the places I normally go. That's why it's more important to work on you before you work on anything else. Now, what does that mean? So instead of making progress with the relationships or making progress with business or starting a business, or if you have it already and how do you make it grow, or relationships, whether it's romantic relationships or family or friends, or work or whatever in your community, you have to work on you first. Once I did that, that's what was a game changer. Like, I gotta make progress with me. How do you make progress with me? Become the version of you that you respect and admire. I learned that from my mentor too, Wes Watson. Work on you. You start with just like, describe yourself. Who would you respect and admire? What does he look like? How does he think? How does he feel? What value does he bring? To break it down a little bit more is, let's touch on these 5 parts of your life, basic 5 parts of your life. Health. How's your health? Mentally, physically, internally. Wealth. How's your finances? How much money do you make? More importantly, how much money do you keep? How much money do you have working for you? How is it building? That's health, wealth, love. Love for yourself first. Remember, it's you first. Then after that, then it's for everybody else. But you can't give what you don't have. How much confidence do you have? And remember, confidence is a gift from God because you've built your discipline. You've done the things that you don't want to do when you don't want to do them and you know that you should. All right, so that's love. Spirituality, understanding how this universe works, the basic laws of this world, of this planet, of this universe. Generosity. What are you giving? What value are you bringing to this world? Now, generosity doesn't only mean financial generosity. It means, what kind of an example are you being? And you're being an example whether you like it or not. The way you carry yourself. The thoughts that you're having. The thoughts that you're having control your feelings. Your feelings control your actions. Your actions control your habits. And your habits create your reality. So your reality, the way you carry yourself, the way you look, your surroundings, your environment, the way you talk, the way you express yourself, your values, your virtues, all that comes from your thoughts, feelings, and actions, habits, reality. How's that? That's your example. That's what you're saying is cool. Your reality, where you live, what you drive, what you look like, how you express yourself about your surroundings, your level of optimism and positivity, or negativity, and just hating and not having any faith of things happening. That's the example you are. Do you complain, bitch, whine, and complain? Or do you have faith? Do you have trust? Do you know that life happens for you, or do you think that life happens to you? Your outlook, your attitude, that's your example. However you carry yourself, that's what you say is okay to people that are looking when you don't think that they're looking. The neighbor across the street that watches you through his window that you don't know, the way you complain, the way you talk, the way you come home, the way your family greets you. That's all an example. Or do they admire you and you're like, man, I want to be like that fool. Look at that. His kids run out of the door before he's even done getting out of the car. They hug him, they love him, they're always hanging out. The wife looks at him with googly eyes. They've been married for years and she still looks at him like he's like the greatest superhero on earth. Yeah, and the guy comes out with the shirt off the fuck, take out the trash or wash the car or turn on, and he's looking fire, damn. So all those 5 parts of your life you start working on. And the basic way to start working on them, which worked for me, because that's how I learned them, is exercise daily, tracking your food at the very most simplest level, eat less, and wake up at an uncomfortable time. Do those 3 things, starting right now, and you'll start bettering yourself. Because what will happen is by doing those things, you'll be tired, hungry, and sleepy. And what happens is automatically the voice of your conscience will get louder and you'll start knowing on what you need to do next or stop doing next. So what happens is you start becoming better. You officially have started working on yourself. Exercise, diet, wake up time. When I started doing that, the day I started, it was like, whoa, I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm sleepy. Okay, I've never felt this before. That's crazy. And yeah, of course, you start hearing the voice of your conscience. Do it again tomorrow. Like, okay. Do it again tomorrow. Okay. Do it again tomorrow. By like 5 days, I go to take off my shirt to take a shower, and I'm like, whoa, I'm leaning up. Chills right now as I'm talking to you. Shit, they won't stop. That's you elevating. You've already improved. You're better than you were 5 days ago. I was like, dang. Why do I feel this way? Oh, that's the feeling of confidence that can only be received as a gift by building your discipline. How did I build my discipline? Well, you exercised when you didn't want to, you ate less when you wanted to eat more, and you got up when you were really sleepy. You went the opposite of what the self wanted to do. Self wanted to eat more, rest more, and sleep more. But you did the things that you didn't want to do, but you knew that you should because you wanted to start doing this whole bettering yourself thing. So the voice of your conscience got louder. So it got more clear on what step to take next. You have now started working on yourself. Your level of consciousness has got higher. You're understanding how this works. Oh my gosh. I use curiosity. Maybe I should try this. I use my courage. Heck yeah, I'm gonna try to see what happens. This is gonna be cool, watch. You use your hard work ethic to do it. You've started momentum. You do it day 1, progress. Hello. You do it the next day, more progress. You start stringing these days of progress. By the end of the week, you're gonna have this much progress. 5 days worth of progress, 5 days worth of discipline, 5 days worth of confidence. You are now better than you were 5 days ago. That's what happened to me. And then you just start like, man, I am not stopping. By the third day, I was like, man, I will not stop doing this. Now for me, what happened is, I don't know, for many maybe not. I know for like maybe my coaches, it was a straight A line up all the way. But for me, I'll tell you, it was like one of these. It was tough one day, it was more one day, it was less one day. I was doing good, I'd have a good streak. And now what I mean by these is because of progress, I would pay attention to like, hey, what happened? I was feeling swole, I was getting I was getting these gains, I was feeling this pump. Why am I not feeling it today? Well, because you took it easy. You only did 2 sets of push-ups instead of 4 yesterday, the day before, and the day before. You think you're gonna make progress when you regress and you do less? Damn, no, I get on it the next day. But see, that was a little kind of setback, but not really, because that setback was just an opportunity to learn. Like, okay, well, I'm not gonna do that no more. That's that up and down as you're going up. So the scale goes this way, but it kind of does this. Ultimately, you're still going up. And how do you know you're going up? Because you're checking for progress. Progress is ticket. Progress is key. Progress is super important. Tied in with working hard, that's when you get gains. Don't just work hard. Don't get caught up in the working hard. Progress is ticket. And before you start trying to make progress with anything else, whether you're doing it now or thinking about starting something new, don't. Stay stable where you're at right now. Just, who cares? You're here right now. You're getting by. You've been getting by. You're cool. Because that's what I did. And start working on you. And in a very short period of time, 3 to 5 days, you'll notice the difference. Exercise, diet, wake up time. You'll start making progress on you. You'll apply that discipline that you've built with that confidence that you've earned, and that better version of you with everything that you're already normally doing, that you have in place, that is your current reality, your habits, but you're bringing that higher level you. Within 5 days, I'm telling you, that higher level of you, you're bringing to those habits, and watch what starts happening. Those habits are actually going to change, and you're not even going to know when. Why? Because your thoughts are higher, your feelings are higher, your actions are higher, therefore your habits are higher. So your reality is going to start changing. Within 5 days, you'll notice, like, damn. I was like, I can't wear the same clothes. I gotta go buy. It doesn't mean I went out and I bought thousands of dollars worth of new clothes, but I went to go buy new t-shirts. It's like, I don't like these t-shirts. But besides, they don't fit that good no more. I like how these fit. Whoa, these fit nice. And that's just within a few days. That person is who you're gonna end up bringing to your regular life, the way you've been living. I'm telling you, your habits are gonna change. You're gonna be different, because wherever you go, that's where you're at. You're just bringing a higher value version of you to where you're going. Then when you start that new thing, it's like, no, I'm bringing that disciplined fool to that place. You're going to be a higher level person that's going to start that new thing or make changes. Because these changes, you're going to change automatically because you're changing. You're going to be a better version of you. So your habits are going to change. Why? Because your actions are going to change. Why do my actions change? Because your feelings change. Why do my feelings change? Because your thoughts change. Why do my thoughts change? Because your attitude changed through your curiosity and your hard work. You elevated your attitude. You change your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. Your habits change. Your surroundings will start changing. Don't work on anything else. Start with working on you. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. If you did, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Like I tell everybody, subscribe right now. If you rock with my stuff, you could always unsubscribe later. If you don't, if you do, let's get to know each other. Watch more of my stuff. See what I'm about. See what I'm talking about. If you rock with me, if this kind of feels like, hey, no, he's talking to me. That's what I felt when I started watching these different type of videos. Like, hey, he's talking to me. Run with that curiosity. Start changing your life. Start bettering your life. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, drop a comment, something that just kind of hit, like, hey, that part, that line right there when you said this, that like hit, like you were talking to me. Leave me that in the comments so I know. That juices me up. That gives me like, hey, this hit. It's because that's what I made it for. I didn't make it for me. I made it for you. Right now where you're getting the chills because, like, bro, why does it feel like he's talking to me? Because I am. I made it for you. So let me know what part hit in the comments. I also got a link to a group I'm putting together. It's Mr. Albert Lopez Crew. Link is in the description. Go check that out. That's for later though. But if you want to go check it out right now, it's cool. We do weekly coaching calls on there. But for now, if this is the first time that you're here, what's up? Nice to meet you. Thanks for hanging out. Hit the subscribe. Watch more of my stuff. I'm sure I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.